Hello guys, this is Feeling the FIFA and welcome to the first video of my FIFA 13 Beast on a Budget Squad Builder series, which is also the first upload on my new channel. I'll be explaining a few of the other series I'm planning to do at the end of the video, but without further ado, let's get down to business. Now we've all had the same problem. We want a team that is decent at playing, but also has a decent chemistry. However, these can often be very pricey. This is the thought behind Beast on a Budget. In this series, I strive to present to you squads from different leagues, nations, and even a few hybrid squads, all which cost under 25k. And these won't just be my squads. Send me your squad in too, and I might feature it in one of my videos. The only requirement is that it's in excess of 95 chemistry and costs under 25k. Now let's build this squad. Just before I do it, I'd like to tell you that the Bundesliga is my favourite league by far, as it has a mix of pace, skill and style. Now let's get into this. Now for this team, all it requires as manager is any 4-4-2 manager. You see here I am sorry about my computer being quite slow. I picked up this 4-4-2 manager, 150 bidding. Doesn't matter about his nation, this guy's Mexican, never seen him before. Probably manages the Mexican squad or something. Anyway, in net I have, if I can click on it, Wiedenfeller, Borussia Dortmund keeper. Now this guy has got some very solid stats. He's not shiny, but in my eyes that doesn't matter. He's 82 overall, and if you have a look, his stats are, all his important stats in my opinion for a keeper are over 80. He's got 84 diving, 80 handling, 83 position, 85 reflexes, sorry. And he may have 48 speed, but I think that's actually pretty good for a keeper. Most are in the 30s, and 58 kicking, that does let him down a bit, but yeah, you know, doesn't matter that too much. But yeah, anyway, he's a really solid keeper, and I'd recommend him to anyone who was making a Bundesliga cheap. And I got pretty lucky with this guy buying it now. I got him 600. He goes for about 900 usually. So, but I'd really recommend getting him. It's really worth it. Now at right back, we have Rafinha, Brazilian Bayern Munich player. He was actually rated a 79, I believe, in the last FIFA, and he's been downgraded a bit, especially with pace. He used to have 86 pace, I think, but he is still a quality player. Well, look at his name; it's really long. Yeah, he's still a quality player with 79 pace, 78 dribbling, decent passing there, and he lacks in his shooting and his heading, but all the important stats are there. And even though he's a right back, I always find he's up there with the attack when it's necessary, and he's basically a second winger for me, often making in the crosses and stuff. And yeah, again, I'd really recommend him. This guy, I picked him up for 450 bidding. It's about average price. Yeah, that's good. First centre back, I have Jerome Boateng. He is Bayern Munich again, so he links up there quite well with Rafinha. You probably know him. He's brother of what's it called, Kevin Prince Boateng, who plays for AC Milan. So, and his brother's rated 85 this year. So he's doing a lot better with him. Right, and anyway, he's pretty decent pace for a centre back, 75 pace. You know, quite decent when most centre backs are down in the 50s. And he's got 72 passing, again good for a centre back. And it says he's only got 81 heading, but I always find he's up there at the near post for corners, and he's already in like 2 games he scored at least 3 times from the header, so he's really good at heading, and also his defending stats are pretty high. Doesn't really matter about his shooting and his dribbling too much though, so again, I'd really recommend him. I picked him up for about a K300, which is about his market price at the moment. In the other centre back place, I have a Wursteed, if I pronounced that right, have I? Leave me in the comments if I haven't. And this guy plays for Bayer Leverkusen, and he's I'm not going to pretend that he's really good. He's not. He's a bit more of a filler player, to be honest. He's not an outstanding player in the squad. You see, I picked him up for under discard there. You can get any probable centre back, any shiny player that's not very good for under discard. But I'm not saying he's not very good, because you see he's got 80 heading and 78 defending, which is still very good. And I found that he scored a couple of headers as well, along with Boateng. Yeah, and I'd recommend him if you're just looking for someone as a filler place in your squad. Now at left back, I have the beast, Panda. Now, there's two reasons why I got Panda. One is because all of his stats are above 70. You see, so he's a really good all-rounder. He's good both going forward and defending. However, the one thing that's secret about Panda is his 93 free kicks. Yeah, this guy is actually a beast at free kicks. With all his stats are over 93. I think he's got like 95 curl or something, 93 power, and it's above 90s across the board. And I'd really recommend him. He's one of the best free kick takers on the game. And I got pretty lucky again with 750 coins in 442 there, but I'd really recommend him. Now at right mid is one of my favourite players on the game, Jefferson Farfan. And a lot of my friends actually don't like playing with him, but I really like him. He's Peruvian born, and he plays for Schalke, and he only costs 2,900. It's really good because seeing as though he has 91 pace, and I know people are saying pace isn't important in this game, but it really still is. Maybe even more important. And also he's got 85 dribbling, which is very good. He's got a decent shot on him. It's only 78, but I think it's better. He always seems to be scoring long shots for me. And he's got 81 passing, which is pretty good for a winger or right mid, because they're not often attributed with passing, to be honest. And as I said, I picked him up for 2,900, and I'd really recommend him. He's one of my favourite players, and he's also got 4-star skills, which really benefits him. In left mid, we have quite a famous player, Elia. I think he used to play for Juventus last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the main thing about Elia is he's pacey, 91 pace, a bit like Farfan, 85 dribbling. Says he's only 68 shooting, but I think he's very decent at shooting, and 70 passing. But the thing about Elia is his 5-star skills, and he's really skillful. If you're one of those players that loves your skill, he's your man. Get him. And I picked him up for just 1,300 standard price in 442, which is again pretty good. Now my centre mids. The first centre mid I've got here is a Kuzmanovic. Now this guy is again a bit of a filler, but I at first got him as a bit of a filler to the squad, but after actually playing with him, I found he was actually really good. I mean, look at those stats, don't really suggest much. However, I found this guy was actually a beast at long shots. I scored 4 or 5 good long shots with this guy. And seeing as I got him from under discard, I think he was a really good deal. Not much more that can be said about him. Apart from, if you need a filler player again, get him. He plays for VfB Stuttgart. I've never heard of that club before, honestly. And he's Serbian. In the other centre mid role, we have... sorry, I didn't get around to changing this guy to centre mid, but it doesn't affect chemistry that much, so... Sven Bender, who is again a bit like Wiedenfeller, not shiny, but still a really good player. Got those all-round stats. He's a really good defender with 83 defence. He's a decent header. I find he sometimes gets up there with his heading, but the main stat we want from him is passing. He's a good playmaker. He gets the side moving a lot, and he only has 55 shooting. However, his long shots are actually really good. You find it's just his finishing that you struggle with. But again, I would really recommend him. Now to the strike force. This is probably the part of the team that's the strongest. No offence to the other parts of the team, but this is the good part of the team. Right, at one striker I've got Lewandowski. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But Borussia Dortmund striker, Polish. You might remember him from the Euros. He did really well there. And he's the most expensive player on my team with 5,400, which is a pretty good deal in 442. And he's like a bit like Lukaku, if you know. He's got decent pace at 82 pace, and he's also very strong. I think he's 184 centimeters, so he's a bit of a tank. He gets the ball at his feet, and it takes 2 or 3 men to get him off the ball. And he's got very good shooting. He's better at his long shots than his finishing, I have to say. He's really good. I'd really recommend him. He's also got a nice header on him. If you cross it in with one of Elia or Farfan, he's always there to finish it. And he plays for Borussia Dortmund, and he's Polish. And now the most highly rated player on my team, we have Huntelaar. Schalke 04 striker from the Netherlands. Now this guy's really underrated this year, or underplayed with. He only cost me a K&R for which for an 85 at this stage of the game is amazing. And people judge him by his pace, which is only 71. I actually think this guy is a really good player. I mean, his pace might let him down a bit, but he's got quite good strength. So a bit like Lewandowski, it's quite hard to get him off the ball. And his shooting is just immense. I can't stress enough how good his shooting is. You have a shot outside the box with this guy, it almost always goes in. It's just amazing. And I picked him up for a K&a in a decent formation, and can't stress enough how good it is. Also, guys, if you have a squad that you want to be put in this series, please send me a shoot message or anything, or foothead link to your squad, so I can put it in a video. Anyway, guys, another series I'm planning to do on this channel is a trading to Messi series, because I'm a self-proclaimed trader myself, and I really enjoy trading. And maybe if you watch it, you can pick up a few tips from me. What I'm planning to do is I'm gonna show every trade that I do, so you don't miss a single trade. And hopefully we can get there with Messi. I'm going to be uploading another of these squad builders. I'm going to plan to do an Israeli team, believe it or not, which I've played with, and it's actually pretty good, despite people's misconceptions. So, and anyway, please, if you didn't like this video, please leave a comment explaining why, or if you did like it, please like the video, and please subscribe, because it shows me that you like this video, and I do need the support. Thanks very